A registered dietitian. Today I'm here to talk about a low protein diet. Today we're going to be doing a version of black bean tacos. Today we're using what we have in the pantry. So we're going to be doing a garbanzo bean taco salad. And when we're going to do with that, we're going to do a Brussels sprout and carrots slaw that we're going to be working on today. I already went ahead and pre-washed those. So I'm going to go and wash my hands and we'll get started. So I'm going to get ahead and start chopping up our Brussels sprouts for our slaw. And normally for the slaw, I already measured out in a bowl 2 tablespoons of vinegar. You can use apple cider or you can use white vinegar and olive oil, 1 tablespoon of that. You can put cilantro in, you can put different herbs that you might like in there. So put that aside and we're gonna just get going. So a little thing when it comes to cutting, to be safe, you always want your knuckles away. Your knuckles to be flat in there. You don't wanna make sure your fingers are exposed at all. So we're just gonna cut off the butt for all of them. Go ahead and grab them all. So you can also do this with cabbage. Today I thought Brussels sprouts would be a great addition. So you want to make sure your knuckles are flat against the knife. And then kind of the thinner the better. You can do it one way, you can do it the other way. When you get to the end, make sure this part, which is a little bit hard, you can just do it really thin. If you need to give it a few extra chops, that's fine. And kind of with this, it doesn't really matter how perfect the cuts are, as long as you're getting it done. And then at any point, you can always turn it over if it's getting a little too difficult to cut and go for it on a different angle. Taco's a taco. You enjoy it anytime, any kind of way. Alright, so let me go ahead and just add those to my bowl. These can get started. I try not to put the blade against the cutting board. You don't want to scrape it because it kind of ruins the knife. So I just use the bottom, just be careful. So we're gonna go ahead and we have carrot. So I'm gonna just slice off the outside. Do it so it's the same size, or you can just do cut up in strips. You can do short little strips. Get some color in that salad. The more vegetables in a day, the better. So some ways that you can help, I'm just gonna put that off to the side for now. And you're just gonna go ahead and mix that together. So you can see it coming together. And I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the fridge. Low protein diet, you wanna make sure that you're using the most high biological value protein. So like, what does that mean? So what are you gonna get the most bang for your buck? So if you're gonna use meat or eggs or black beans, any form of beans, those will get the most protein in your day. Since you're already, when you're on a low protein diet, you're gonna be having a lower quantity, so you wanna make the most of it. So this will be part of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and rinse this. A low protein diet. So you can get any can of beans. The Mediterranean diet is based off of having more beans in your day. More fish. So just go ahead and get those rinsed. What I like to do too, while we're rinsing, to get all that sodium off. They've been canning. Getting all that sodium off is just go ahead and put them in a bowl and drain them even further, just to remove any salt that you can. So I would just go, you can see like all of it coming out. Also, you can also do dry beans. You can get any kind of dry bean you want, and what you have to do with these is you have to put them in a bowl and soak them for about like 4 hours, I like to do. Sometimes I even do them overnight. It just depends on what you have time for. If you do them overnight, then the next day they're ready to go. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and drain those. Okay. And now we're going to season them. So already over here, I did about an eighth of cumin in here, a fourth a tablespoon, an eighth teaspoon of cumin, a fourth teaspoon of paprika, chili powder, and I even put some garlic powder in here. So you can put whatever you want, and if you think you ever need more, feel free, by all means. So I'm just gonna give that a nice toss. And I'm also gonna add some lemon juice. I already have some cut up, so I'm just, lime. You can do lemon juice if you want to. I already have some cut up, so I'm just gonna be using that. So go ahead and squish it really good. A little technique I like to use if you're not getting any juice out, go ahead and turn the oven on like low, or if you have the oven going since you're cooking, just throw it in for a few seconds, and the heat will help get the juices out. Which I thought that was fun when I learned that, so that's good. So go ahead and add that lime. Again, go ahead and mix that together. Just gonna let that sit for a moment. Let me go rinse my hands off. And if you're like me, you like a hot taco. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and heat up these beans so we have them ready to go for our taco. So I'm just gonna keep it on a low medium and it'll be okay there. So we're gonna go over here and start, we're just gonna cut up some cilantro for our topping. Cilantro is awesome. It's a little hard to tell when you look at it, the difference between that and parsley, but cilantro has a more tangy smell, I think, than parsley. So when choosing a healthy lifestyle, I know life can get in the way and it's a bit difficult sometimes. Just the small, simple improvements that you can make would just be going for like an extra 30-minute walk a day. It doesn't have to be far, it doesn't have to be long, but only the 30 minutes just gives you a little extra. And if you want to do cardio to help improve your heart, just make sure you check with your doctor to see if you can do those extra hills that you never want to do, believe me. When you're thinking about choices when you're eating, any choice can be a good choice. It just depends on the portion size, right? So best way to choose is by portioning things out. I know it might be a bit of a hassle, but just at the beginning it might help the best. Portioning out a half a cup of vegetable, make sure you're even getting your daily vegetable intake. Or you can do it with your carbs, your pastas, and rice as well, okay? So when doing that, just make sure you can do what's best for you and for your family. Yeah. So I'm just gonna cut up the cilantro sprigs to top off on the salad. Another fun thing I always think of is everybody always throws out the stalks of different vegetables, even broccoli maybe. You can always use those for a stock for a soup or anything, a vegetable soup, whatever you might like. So I'm just gonna give it just a little rough chop, nothing crazy. What I kind of like to do too, if you can just like bundle it all together. I know it might look silly, but it kind of gets it all done a little faster. Making sure your knuckles are down and just going for it. So it gives it a little strength. Again, I don't believe that anything has to be perfect. Just doing your best. Making sure it tastes good too. So I'm gonna put that off to the side. Here are beans. They're sizzling. So I grabbed some flat corn flour tortillas. These have less protein in them than a typical flour tortilla. So when you're making your bread choices for your and you want to count your protein, ensure that you're going for a corn or a low protein choice, okay? All right, so let me grab the beans, come on over. All right. It smells nice. I added turmeric. I'm on a kick of adding turmeric to everything to help with inflammation and more of a little kick to all of our foods. So that's why our beans look a little extra yellow. So you can go ahead and put them down first. And I just took this out of the fridge. Our slaw is ready to go. Some people like it more vinegary, some people like it more oil. Just play around with it, do whatever you enjoy the most, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and add our slaw. The more colors, the better is what I say. And then I have some lettuce here that you can also add, more spinach, mixed greens, arugula, and then we're gonna wrap them on up. Oh, how could I forget? Don't forget our cilantro. Spring that in. Kind of feels like we're making spring rolls. So go ahead and keep it all nice and tight in there. Like a little baby. Ooh, it's warm, that's nice. It's alright if things fall apart, you know, later you can have a little taco salad. Grab you a fork. And now we have here our garbanzo bean tacos with Brussels sprout slaw. Thanks for watching. Take care.